To start with, to get power for the PlayStation 4, we're going to want to get this cable, the power cable, which has a plug on the other side, and plug it into that socket on the PlayStation. And that cable is going to run down, and it's going to have to be plugged in to the plug socket. The second part, to get visuals, you're going to want to get a HDMI cable and plug it into the HDMI socket on the back of your PlayStation. And that's going to want to travel all the way up and plug the HDMI socket into a HDMI socket on the TV. And then once you turn your TV on and turn your PlayStation on by pressing the on button, you'll see it turns on because of it lights up. Once you're on your TV, you're going to want to change it to the HDMI channel you set the HDMI cable to. I didn't put it in properly. And then you should appear on a screen like this. To get a controller device to work on the PlayStation 4, we're going to need the controller charger and the controller. We're going to want to plug the USB part of the charger into the front of the PlayStation's USB port, and plug the smaller end of the charger into the front of the PlayStation controller. Like so. And then you would see the lights on the controller start to flash up as you hold down the PlayStation button, and then you can freely move. To play online, we want to go to the dashboard, go over to the settings menu, go down to network, go to set up internet connection, use Wi-Fi, easy, select the network you want to use, so in this case mine's the top one. Where I'm already connected to the internet, it won't go through what it should for you. But it should ask you for your internet security code, which is the passcode on the side of your internet box. And then once you put that in, it will do what it's just done there. And then it will ask you to test your internet connection. And once, if everything says working, then you'll be connected to the internet. It should look like that. To download games on the PlayStation 4, you need to go to the PlayStation Store on the dashboard and then find a game that you would like to buy. Say for instance I want to buy The Order. You'd press X on the game until you get to this menu, then you'd press Add to Cart, and then you go over to your cart on the top menu, and you would have to proceed to checkout, and at this point it would ask you to enter card details or put in a prepaid PlayStation money card, and then you just pay for the game and it'd let you download it. It will be put onto the downloads menu on notifications and downloads, and you'd have to wait for the download to finish before you could play the game. And you'll be notified once the game is downloaded. And once the game's downloaded, it will be put onto your dashboard. Let's say for The Crew. That's the downloaded game off the PlayStation Store. You can just go onto it and it would start. GG. To get your PC to have power, you need to get the power cable, which would look like this one, and plug it in the slot with the same keys and it will just slide in, and then that will go down and will plug into the plug socket like so. Any plug socket would do, one on the wall, extension lead, and then that will give your PC power. To get to have your PC on a monitor, you'd need to get your cable like this, one of these cables, and put it into the cable slot at the back of the computer. And just make sure it's in nice and tight. Screw it in so it doesn't come out. And now that cable travels from there. It will travel all the way up into your monitor. Where mine's a HDMI monitor, it goes into a HDMI, but if you use the non-HDMI monitor, you just plug it into that plug there. But I use a HDMI. It plugs into the HDMI socket on my monitor. To plug devices such as my keyboard and mouse into my computer wired, you're going to want to get the mouse, get the keyboard, run the wires coming out of the mouse or keyboard, going down to the computer, and you'd get the USB end that looks like this, and plug it into one of the USB slots in the computer. The same with the keyboard, which isn't reaching. Plugs into the USB slot. Now that you've done that, you want to turn your PC on. Turn your screen on, my PC is a toaster, and wait for it to load. Once you're on your computer, it will ask you to set up a user to log on as, so just follow the steps that the computer gives you, and then you'll come to a screen like this where you can log on, and it will put you onto your computer's desktop. Once you got to this screen, yours won't look quite like mine, I've got lots of icons. You'd want to go into the bottom right corner and you'd see a bar, and it will say that you have no internet access. There'll be a little X and there'll be no bars. You want to click on that and I'll show you. I'll disconnect from mine. It will look like that. You'll have that bar. You'd want to click on it, find whichever internet's yours. For this case, this one's mine, and it will say connecting. And then if you've got an internet security code, it will ask you to put it in, and then you just go to the side of your internet box like you did with the PlayStation and put the internet code in, and it will let you access your internet. Once you're connected to the internet, you're going to want to download games on your computer. So open up your Google browser, type in Steam, and then once you're at this web page on the Steam website, you're going to want to click Install Steam. Install Steam now. You're going to want to open this one, and then you'll get a little box pop up, and just click accept, and then go through the step-by-steps to install Steam. Once Steam's installed, you'll get a little box like this pop up, and you're going to want to sign in with the details you signed up to Steam with. And my login failed. And then once you're at this page to download a game, so you want to buy or just get a free game, you're going to want to go to the store. You can look through the different genres of games, look through the most popular games, and you're going to want to click on the game you want to buy. Scroll down until you see something that looks like this, and it will say add to cart if it's a game you've got to pay for, or play now if it's a free game, and you click on that button and it will be added to a downloads queue down here, and then it will be added to your games library, which is here shown by the Call of Duty. Once the game is downloaded, you'll get a desktop item on your desktop, and you'd want to double click the desktop item and the game will load up. Maybe, if you're lucky. Well, it will load up on yours. It won't on mine because mine's rubbish. Come on. Well, you get the point. The game will load up and then you'll just be able to play from there on.